This is a demonstration on how to check your D2L gradebook and make sure it's ready for releasing the final grade. In this gradebook, I'm currently seeing the points and the grade scheme, symbol, and the color for all grade items. If you're not seeing all of these things, you can check your settings. The settings link is in the upper right-hand corner of the grades page. The first tab, Personal Display Options, this is your view of the gradebook, and you can change what's under the grade details if you want to see the points, the scheme symbol, and the color. The middle tab is what the students will see in their gradebook. I would recommend that you have the same settings as your students. I'm going to close the settings for now, and I'm going to go back to Enter Grades. What I notice on this gradebook is that when I look at the calculated final grade, each student has a different total, indicating total points possible is different for most of the students. And this is a red flag. Each student should be evaluated out of the same total points possible. So what I want to look for is grade items that are here but have not received a score. And if necessary, I need to put zeros in for these assignments. If you don't put zeros in for missing assignments, then those points will not negatively affect the student's grade, as you can see here. Once I add a 0 to this item, then the total points possible would go up to 400. There's a couple of different ways to put zeros in. You can click on the arrow for the grade item and go to Grade All, and then enter a 0 for the missing assignment, and save and close. If you want to get all zeros input in at once, let's say you have lots of students and lots of grade items, you can go up to the settings link, and under calculation options you can change your setting to treat ungraded items as 0. So then anything that is ungraded would get a 0, and then you could save it. Now I'm going to go back to my gradebook and go to Enter Grades. Now I can see that all students are being evaluated out of 400 points. So this is the grade that I manually entered the 0, and anything that says 0 with an asterisk indicates that that's a 0 put in by the system, and there was previously a blank score there. The next thing that I want to do is to make sure that my extra credit items are being added appropriately. So what I want to do is I've got a couple of extra credit things going on in this gradebook. I'm going to go over to Manage Grades so that I can get a better look at that. So under Manage Grades, you can see under Assignments there's 4 assignments, and then there's an extra assignment. And then there's also a category called Extra Credit that's got some extra credit items. Anytime you're using extra credit, the item needs to be indicated as a bonus item. 2 of these items have already been indicated as bonus, that's why the star is there. However, this assignment has not been. So what I'd want to do is I'd click on this assignment, and then I would scroll down and check the bonus box. Once you click the bonus box, you might notice that the maximum points disappeared, so you need to put that back in if it goes away, and then save and close. So now my extra assignment is indicated as a bonus, and there's another thing to check. Anytime you put in an extra credit item within a category, you need to decide if you want that extra credit item to stay within the category, or if you want it to be able to spill over into the final grade. So here's what I mean. This assignment category has currently 80 points. A student could potentially get up to 100 if they received all points on the assignments and did the extra assignment. The way that it sits now, the assignment category is going to be capped off at 80 points because that's what is contributing to the final grade. If you want the student to also receive points for the bonus item, you need to allow the category to exceed its points. So to do so, I would click on the Assignments category and click the Can Exceed box, and then save and close. So if I do have that student that received all 80 of the original assignments and received even part of the extra assignment, those additional points would just spill over out of this category and contribute towards their final grade. The next thing that I need to look at is if I have a category that has only extra credit in it. In this case, you have to have the extra credit category exceed. And the reason is because right now, this extra credit category is really worth 0. It's not contributing additional points towards the total points possible in the class. All of these items are extra credit. So in order for those extra credit points to help out the student to spill over into missing points in other areas, you have to have the extra credit category checked as Can Exceed. And then save and close. Now I'll go back to Enter Grades, and we see some changes reflected here. And most importantly, all students are now being evaluated out of 380 points, which is the total points possible in the course. Now we're ready to release the final grade, and there's a separate tutorial for that.